What's up, folks, and welcome to a brand new series. It's a series I did this before in FM2020, and we didn't manage to finish it off because the game ran out of time. But we're going to give it a whirl on FM24. In case you don't know what the series is, by the title, which I think you probably guessed pretty easily because I'm probably going to put the name right in the title. Give a nice little intro, similar to the one we did for the previous series. But obviously with YouTube rules, I can't put the same audio in. So here's the intro. Take a look. So welcome to the brand new series, Glory in Paradise with Monaco. Now, this is a series that is quite close to my heart because the name of the series came from me. And I don't know if the name came from back here somewhere. And so the aim of the series is basically to try and get Monaco to be Champions League winners. And of course, the big hurdle we have at the start of it is PSG in Ligue 1 is also a hurdle as well. And I thought I'd give it a go. I had this from already for a while. I can't decide what series to do in England or anything like that, so I thought I'd give this a whirl and see how we do with this. So this episode's going to be I've not looked at the squad, any finances or anything like that. I have no clue about any of this. Only thing I know is that they're not in European football this season, so this first season might be quite quick to get through because of the lack of European football. But if you've got any thoughts, guys, any players you see on the list of our youth players to look at, I should take a note of, let me know in the comment section. And I don't know if it's going to be a daily series or if it's going to be another series alongside it. I haven't decided on that kind of subject. If I do another series alongside this one, be a bigger team alongside it. So let's go, shall we? Have a look at Monaco and see what we've got to do, what we're dealing with here. So as you can see here, they've got a media prediction of third. Okay. We've got a £25 million transfer budget and a million, which is billion wage budget, a million-ish wage budget. We've got a really small capacity stadium, 18,000. I think my previous version of the game, so this is, I managed to get a new stadium built, which I think is something we may look at in this series, of course. I like to have a new stadium and, build up from there. It'd be kind of cool. So they've got director of football, which is Thiago Scurio, who is okay. We can probably do better than that maybe, but he's not terrible. Assistant manager, I like my assistant manager has good tactical knowledge, but again, that's something maybe we'll look at a later date. So that's that done. So they play they reckon the best team to play is a 5 at the back system. I don't play those systems, not because there's anything wrong with them. I just don't know how to work them. I'm more comfortable with a 4-3-3 DM or 4-2-3-1. So we'll probably go for one of those two options. To be fair, so what are the expectations? That's the key thing. So they want us to sell players for a profit, sign new players, develop for profit, and work with budget. So they want us to just do what they've been done for years. When they had that great team years ago when they were really strong, and then went, oh, they're good, pick them off one by one, all the players that they had. We're going to obviously try and stop that. And for quite a while, the expectation is to qualify for Champions League only. Obviously, as we slowly build the team, we can maybe do better than that. But it's going to be a difficult challenge, I think, to pull this off. And that's why I'm doing it. To partly. I also got the fund already to go from previous times. I'm going to bring it onto a place Deportivo. We'll give it a whirl. So the club culture is be recognised by the rest of the rest, finish with Nice and Marseille. I think we've got a bit of leeway with the team. If we can get a team that's constantly in Champions League, that is the first thing we need to do. And that should be easier. We just pick off the best players from, could do what Bayern Munich do, couldn't we? And start picking off players from like Marseille and Lyon and people like that. And just, he's good, we'll have him. And then you weaken the rest of them and then you go from there. PSG are going to be paying the ass because they're going to have a lot of money. So yeah, we're not going to do that or that. I don't really care about that, honestly. And I've already saved the game, so we don't have to do a save file. And I also got June 17th, 19th on the start date, so I can then do the thing I want to do with the transfers. So we've looked at all this. We'll accept that. We can't change anything anyway, or we can try. But so this is the key thing, the tactic. Obviously, very key. They reckon that's formation to use for it, and they reckon a 4-3-3. I reckon a 4-2-3-1 for now. But I'm going to create 3 tactics, at least 2, on the same theme. So that I don't want to play that. But that could be something that I go with. And go with that formation. And then, yeah. So that is probably what I'm going to go with. It's formation that I'm kind of comfortable with. And go from there. So that's that done. Let's look at so obviously this is all injury updates and that kind of thing. We've got is he on loan? No, he's not. Was he at Liverpool, this guy? Yeah, he was for a decent period of time. What is he? Winger. Okay, he's got a decent amount of acceleration, agility, not crazy pace, but again, not terrible. So how long is he out for? Oh, he's not. He's fine. Cool. That's the guy I'm thinking of. Wellenbaum, yeah, out for 12 to 13 months. Could be a good player for us potentially, but it's going to be a case of, is he going to be able to stay fit enough to be in this team? Is he got any kind of issue with his? I'm guessing the. So it's not got the issue of fairly susceptible to injuries, but if we can get him back into the team, he could be a decent player to have, and if not, we can always sell him if he doesn't turn out to be what we want. So that's not too bad. That's annoying that he's not there, but yeah. In case you're wondering, guys, we are using the default database. The reason why I use the default database is because there's so many different databases out there for summer updates. I don't like using them because I'm always worried that I've picked a good database that their opinion of a player makes my save easier. I'd rather stick with the generic databases from from Sports Interactive. Also, if you make suggestions for signings, you know I'm on the default database, so if it's available rather than he's a good player, but update database, he's been sold and I can't buy him. So you know what's available at the start of the game. That's why I've done it. So finance wise, let's have a look. 19 million £19 in the bank balance, £25 million transfer budget. What's the debt looking like? Net debt 249, 250, and 9 million in transfer debt. Okay, I don't know what the ownership situation is here. Whether it's like a tycoon kind of thing. Or not. I might look online after doing this to see what kind of owner we've got. I've not changed anything with that. But I would like to know what kind of owner we've got, and they are basically happy with. He loves the club, so let's look at the stuff actually. See if it looks. Actually, it's there in it, yeah. Okay, so we've got Russian owners. I don't know if that's a new ownership or not. I don't follow them that much. So yeah. So let's have a look at the team as well. Tactics first, and go for the team. So let's go for the team. So keeper. Yeah, we'll probably go with him. Wing back, I think Van der Sen's a bit. And I know some of these players. Yeah, Enrique, and then centre back. These aren't terrible players, honestly. I think we can do something here. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of having lone players in my starting lineup, but I think for now it makes sense to try and get. It mainly to get Champions League football. So DM, what do we have for DM options? Was Akali can go in there? Who's our best line playmaker? Yusuf Fafana. Is he really? He's a ball midfielder, isn't he? Okay, this is the problem already in midfield. I'm noticing we don't have a ball in midfielder, a deep line playmaker really. I mean, Yusuf Fafana, can he play that role? Not really. He can. Maybe we should move these guys up a bit. Maybe if we do this, and then we've got more options for deep line playmaker. Golovan's not going to play there. He's going to play. I know him for a fact. He's going to play. Okay, so we've got options in there. It's not ideal. I think Dan playmaker would be an option we go with. Maybe just bring these guys back a little bit. I was worried about the defensive gap between the two here, but we'll get that. We'll cross that later on. So right wing. Right. Let's just get Golovin into there because he's going to be playing there. I want him playing central attacking mid. He's just better there. I've used him before years ago, but yeah, he's playing there. Our striker, Ben Yedder, which, you know, who wants to sign him? Marcy wants to sign him, okay. And then right wing. Well, actually, who's our best left winger? Right, okay. Then we go with Diatta. Actually, okay, this is actually a really interesting situation, really. So that's our best 11, apparently, according to this team that we've got right now. And then you're looking at people elsewhere. I think wide areas where maybe not. We've got this lad who's a striker mainly. I think I'm looking at this already. We've got strikers, so we don't need to buy any strikers. Wow, I forgot about this guy. Yeah, so that striker's fine. We'll have to find which one we prefer. I think we need a right winger and left winger. I mean, we've got another cam there. So I think a wide winger, right winger, and a deep line playmaker definitely are what I'm after. Bear in mind, we've only got limited games this season because of the lack of European football. So let's look quickly what they recommend for right wing. Okay. I like him, but again, we'll have a look. I need to talk to my staff more often and start getting like opinions on these guys based on that. Duarte. Why do I get the feeling this guy is really good on the game? Again, we'll scout him. And then we got. Why would they recommend him? Again, I always do scout reports on these guys, but I am willing to go for loan deals. So I'm willing to do it. So let's look at the scout reports, what they recommend. Okay, they're all recommending centre backs, which is interesting at this point, which is fascinating that they're recommending them. I'm looking at other options here. Why is it filtered out there? Let's go with right wing. See if anybody else they recommend. Are they serious? Why is this not working correctly? Am I being stupid here? Wow, I'm stupid. I clicked the wrong button. No way that's right. No way that's right. So let's look at. Obviously, these guys are probably not going to be gettable. I mean, the big question I want to ask you guys on this save is people like him. I'm not going to say his name. Do we not avoid? Obviously, I don't sign these guys for a reason. But if you think you want me to sign them, let me know in the comment section. But it's just the fact that he would be actually really good in the team for a free transfer. But I don't like doing it because of what allegedly was going on with him and his partner. This lad is really good, but he's on loan there. Jonathan David. I mean, he's more of a striker, isn't he? But we can maybe look at him and see what we get when we have a scout report on him. I'd rather scout report these guys and then give my opinion of them. Neto. See, he'd be great on the wing. It's just affording him, that'd be an absolute nightmare. But again, to get the scout report, and I do obviously know these guys intimately well, so we can maybe nick some players off these guys, like Lindelof, for example. How much is he worth? £19 million. We could afford him potentially. Just again, wow, build up my team up, get players that I know about. Wow, Tomini listed. We don't need. It's obviously we need deep-line playmakers, really, don't we? So we don't need going for him. Let's see if there's any new 21 system on here that I may want to nick from United. Not really, but you get the idea. I think right wing and deep line playmaker centre are what I'm actually after. So deep line playmaker. Okay, so there's options here. I'm gonna get these. Martinelli, not the Martinelli. Just get these options. We want to sign young players for the system. And develop them, which is kind of what we want us to do. So that'll be help us with a bit. Not really expensive, but we'll get scouting points what they like. In terms of Champions League qualification, what is the qualification requirements? Is it top 4? So the top 4 get you into it. The top 3 get you into the league phase straight away. The 4th gets you into the 3rd round qualifying round. So that should be doable. It goes on goal difference and results between teams and goals scored. So bear that in mind. We're looking at goal difference, that kind of thing, at a later date. So yeah, I mean, I like this team a lot. I mean, I will say this now, guys. If you enjoy this series and we all get sacked and we go really well and do really well and we don't win Champions League with them, and the new game comes out and we end the series because of the new games coming out later in the year, if we get that far, of course, I will. Any series that I do at this point going forward, if it goes on a long time, we don't achieve our aim, and we're not sacked, I will then redo the save again on FM25 or whatever game it's called. So don't worry about it, guys. Every series will get a finality. Just when the new game comes out, it makes sense. Obviously, start a new series on a new game. So bear that in mind when we're doing this. So look at the youth system here. We've got quite a lot of talent in here. I'm trying to see anybody who can be into the first team right now. I mean, you could go in the first team right now, but I think it'd be stupid to do that. You've got like a young winger here. I think he's more of a striker, honestly. Centre back here as well. Not terrible. What's the current ability? So yeah, I think you again could be a good talent. I don't know how good these guys are gonna get, honestly. This is the guy I think. Yeah. Again, you got to bear in mind we also got to maybe go for loan deals in this window to get back into Europe, and then look at these young talents, maybe bring them in. But I'd like to bring somebody in young who can then rotate. You know. But any thoughts, guys? Any players in Monaco you think, dude, this is the guy to keep an eye on? Please feel free to let me know in the comment section. I am fine with that. But yeah, I think you are going to be somebody I'm definitely keep an eye on in going forward, and probably you as well. Basically, all these guys, they're top, really keep an eye on all of them. So look at the under 19s, and again, great talent in here. We've got Pape, Cabral. Again, these are very young, so I don't think these guys are going to be in for us anytime soon. But there is good options there. I mean, could he be a decent playmaker? Maybe. Lot of young talent in here that could be good. Again, wow. Damn it! I think he's left only is a problem. Is he weak on his right foot? Right. Can we do one thing straight away? How do you increase the weak foot? There we go. Start with a weaker foot. There we go. I want to try and if he can get his weaker foot, not to like very strong, but like reasonable, I'll be very pleased with that. Because that means I can play him. Then he's got great potential already. So we'll see. Potentially already good base stats, and if you can get him ball strong on his other foot, that'd be really good, wouldn't it? So yeah, then obviously there's quite a few. You got Dodo here. Apparently they're not extinct. And then yeah, a lot of these players won't go in there. But I think one thing we have to do is build up a youth talent pool of players, and we've got a short list of players now. We're obviously scouting right now. We are scouting these, aren't we? Okay, I'll make sure we are, because I'm sure we were scouting them. There we go. Now we are. But yeah, some rare of these guys who were brought in. I mean, players like Lindelof or Neto, would they be interested in doing a loan deal, for example? Yeah, can't afford him transfer-wise, but would it be to a loan? Yeah, so not going to happen really, is it? But again, I think it's going to be definitely looking at him if the scout report comes back favourably, because he's reasonable on his left foot, so it's not terrible, and definitely one of these D-line playmakers, depending which one comes through as a good report. Ideally, someone younger to develop, but if we get an experienced guy, we've got £25 million to spend, and we could go for some loan deals as well. So quick look at loan options. Just take that off and tick on this and see what they recommend for loan. Right. Why would Cherky be available for loan? Arda Gula is available for loan. But I signed him before already, so I don't really want to do that again. But I don't. I mean, we've got Suzo here. I mean, that could be a good option for loan, just to get us back into Europe and get some wins. I'm trying to think of anybody else out there. Like Alanga. No, not really. Diallo would be great, but he's out for 6-7 months. Rodri. Why does that name sound familiar? Oh, because I played against Batiste. I saw Batiste play overnight. Cherky is a decent option. About weakening the other team and going from there. Would they be open to a... Okay. What would the loan terms be? Mandatory fee of 23.5. Okay. That's possible, but again, scout report needs to be done to get a look at him. But we've got options there. We've got options. Any recommendations? No, not really. So yeah, we're in a really interesting situation early on with this. Obviously, I'm going to go and let you guys give your thoughts. I don't know when I'm going to do the next episode, but the first episode of the new season will be the first opening game of the season against Clermont. Bear in, guys, in case you didn't know, I'm not French. I know, shocker, right? So if I get these names wrong and you're French listening to this, I do apologise. But Clermont, that's how I think you pronounce it. I did take French in school, very limited. I usually count to 10, but I'm not going to try it now because I'm probably going to get it wrong. So I don't know when the next episode is going to go live, but I'll give you guys a couple of days to give you guys your thoughts on transfers. And yeah, obviously the series is back up and running on the channel, and we'll see how this goes. And my saves are always like really raw. There's no like, oh, he's guaranteed to be successful in this save. My saves could be failures. That's part of what my channel is like, really. Like, yeah, he might do a big team save, but he might take ages to get there. Or he does a load save in like Monaco or Bradford or Deportivo. Big success, then gets sacked. But yeah, I would like to do smaller team saves going forward and do something quite spectacular. And I may even do another series alongside this one, just so that I don't have... So the big teams there I can plough through and get on with it. Whereas series like this, you guys can get more involved if you wish to and help out if you want to, if you feel inclined. And obviously we'll do big games. Obviously with the cup competitions that we're in, we do have a cup, don't we? But I don't know when it's going to be. But yeah, so basically the season will take long to get through because that is basically really quick because there's no European football. And hopefully next season there will be European football. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed episode 1, hit the like button down below. Subscribe for more daily FM content down below in the description, and my Let's Play channels and my EFC channel for career mode on the EFC, and also general Let's Plays for my Elden Ring on the Let's Play channel. I'm going to go and get ready for next episode. Hopefully you guys look forward to it as well. But until then, thank you so much for watching.